Picture this. It gets to 10 o'clock at night, you stop scrolling on TikTok for a second and you realise that you haven't done half the things that you said you were going to do today. You've become distracted by just about everything and you tell yourself that tomorrow will be different. Well, I'm here to burst the bubble and tell you that tomorrow will be the exact same, unfortunately. That is unless you take 10 minutes before bed and steal my exact strategy for guaranteeing a productive day tomorrow. Otherwise, this cycle is just going to repeat itself and bring up the same feelings of guilt and shame. I know because I've been there myself. But if you're ready to break that cycle, then go ahead and watch this video till the end. It could just be the best thing that you do this whole month. All you need to do is take 5 to 10 minutes to write the exact things that I'm about to tell you on a single page, and tomorrow you'll go from unfocused to unstoppable. The first thing that you're going to want to do is list at least one thing that ticks each of these boxes. So tomorrow you need to do at least some exercise. So this could be, a gym session, going for a run, a cycle, a swim, even just 10,000 steps. Basically just do one thing that gets you in a sweat and actually is, moving your body in some way. Next, you want to do some learning. So this could be, studying for that exam, a bit of research, reading, or maybe learning a high value skill. Anything that is adding some practical knowledge to yourself that is going to help you. Go ahead and write that down. It could just be half an hour. Next, go ahead and write down 1 or 2 tasks that is going to be building towards something that you're aspiring to achieve. So this could just be building that business or working on that business, working on a personal project, maybe even just practicing or honing your skills on a skill in particular. Anything that's going to just a small action that's going to compound and help you achieve something that you are looking to achieve. Lastly, write down at least one admin task. So something that you've been putting off doing, just a menial task like a to-do task, like even, sorting out your car insurance or applying for that job or tidying your room. A little quick win that's going to get you in that, focused mindset that you can use for the rest of your day. Once you've got all those things listed down and you've got at least one task for, exercise, learning, building and an admin task, then you've already made a great start. But in order to maximize the chances of you succeeding tomorrow, then the next thing you need to do is come up with a deep work HQ. What I mean by deep work HQ is simply somewhere in your house that you will do the learning, building and maybe even the admin task tomorrow. So it's just a simple workspace in your home that promotes good posture and is relatively distraction free. So it could even just be a chair at a desk like I'm sat now, or even a chair at the dining table, somewhere away from your usual spots where you can decide that is where you're going to do your work. The reason this is so important is because if you fall into the trap of trying to work like sprawled out on the sofa, for example, then your brain's not going to let you, and you're constantly going to be fighting your own distractions in your brain because your brain associates that space and that kind of posture with bad habits like just watching YouTube, watching telly or scrolling on your phone. So if you try to do something productive whilst you're in that same space, then your brain is going to be like conflicted and you're going to be constantly fighting those cravings for distractions. So setting up a deep work HQ gives you like a fresh space, a fresh state of mind where you can get into that focused mindset rather than trying to do it in the spots where you usually chill out. So go ahead and come up with a basic deep work HQ now that you will do your tasks in tomorrow. When you've got a deep work HQ sorted, then what you want to do is prioritize your tasks from most important to least important. So you could just number them 1 to 4 or 1 to how many you've got. And then after you've got your most important tasks to least important, go ahead and block out time for your day tomorrow when you're going to do them specific tasks. Just taking 10 seconds to simply block out some time tomorrow gives you an infinitely better chance of actually following through with what you say you're going to do. So go ahead and do that now. Take 30 seconds to block out a time for every single task and make sure you do the most important task first. Next, it's time for some quick wins. And what I mean by quick wins is anything that you can do right now before bed, like that'll take 2 minutes, for example, that will reduce the friction of you doing something tomorrow. So an example is, say for the exercise section, you've planned to go for a 10k run tomorrow. Can you get your running shoes out now and your running clothes and put them at the end of your bed? Just a little one-time action like that has just completely reduced the friction tomorrow and made it easier for tomorrow's you to succeed just by doing something quick now. So anything that's going to make it less mental effort or physical effort to do what you're planning on doing tomorrow. Go ahead and do that now. Think of a quick win for each of your tasks. So another example is if you plan to work on your business tomorrow, go and get your laptop out and put your laptop and notepad in your deep workspace and leave them open, and then it's there ready for you tomorrow, and you just see the laptop open and it instantly gets you into that, I need to crack on with my work. So go ahead and carry out any quick wins now that are going to maximize your chances of success tomorrow. You're nearly all set for a great day tomorrow. There's just one last thing to consider, and it's potentially the most important. The last thing to write down on your page for tomorrow are potential blockades and ways around them. So think back to today or any other day where you've fallen off the wagon and you've not ended up doing half the things that you said you were going to do. Chances are there were one or two common distractions that were your downward spiral to why you fell off the wagon completely. Have a little think now. It's quite common that it will be your smartphone or even your Xbox. Come up with as many common blockades as you can right now that could potentially be the cause of your downfall tomorrow. And once you've written down all of your potential blockades, then you're going to get ahead of the game and write down one way for each blockade that you can prevent yourself to succumbing to them. So for example, are there any ways that you can make it more physical or mental effort to actually get distracted by whatever it is? So for example, let's say if you're constantly being distracted by Instagram or TikTok, a way around that could be to write down, I'll put my phone in a different room at 9 a.m. so I can crack on with my tasks and I can have my phone back after I've done my most important tasks, for example. Or let's say that your Xbox is your common downfall and distraction. Can you just quickly before bed unplug it and put it in a wardrobe? That's so much more mental effort for tomorrow's you to get it out, plug it back in and start playing again. Just something simple like that to put a barrier between you and your distraction could be the difference between your success or your demise tomorrow. It's like, instead of having a carrot dangling in front of your nose all day while you work, why don't you just remove the carrot completely? And after you've written all that down, you've just set yourself up for such a focused, productive day tomorrow. So congrats, first of all. I actually created a full cheat sheet that puts this habit all in one place and it makes it so much easier for you to do. So I'll put the link to that in the description. Definitely check that out. Get in the habit of using this quick method and watch how your weeks go from twiddling your thumbs and becoming distracted to getting the shit done that you say you're going to do. I'll be uploading every single week, so if you did find this useful, then subscribe and stay tuned for more self-improvement content. See you later.